Hi, I'm here today to bring you some of the key learnings from my Mend Your Metabolism challenge, which I ran last week. I'm aware that not all of you were able to make it, so I really wanted to bring some of the key points to you so that you can still get a well-rounded picture of what we need to do to mend our metabolism. You've got me sitting on the living room floor today because it's the coolest place in the house and it's the hottest day of the year. Me and the dog just chilling and trying to stay cool, and I hope that you're managing to stay cool as well. So the first key finding from key learning from my Mend Your Metabolism challenge is that your willpower is not a personality trait. If you are struggling with low willpower, this is not something that is inherently wrong with you. You're not someone who is, just generally low in willpower. Willpower is affected by things that are going on internally. Things like our blood sugars and our gut bacteria can impact the energy that we have and the cravings that we experience. And if you're someone who's struggling with low energy and you've got a lot of cravings, then you're going to need a lot of willpower to be able to make good food choices with all of that going on. Whereas if you address those things, the energy and the cravings, you don't need so much willpower. And of course, if you've got a lot going on in your life, if you're busy, if you're stressed, then it does again take more willpower to stay on track. However, by taking baby steps and by doing things that are actually practical and sensible and achievable, then it is certainly possible to make changes that are going to last and they're going to be impactful as well without you needing huge amounts of willpower and energy to stay on track. So that's the first learning. The second learning is that belly fat is not shifted through calorie control. One of the topics that I went into was how for a lot of women, they find that, even if you've been prone to weight, that carrying extra weight most of your life, that weight can often go on, on your hips, on your bum, and, you can still have quite a nice shape. But what can happen as you become menopausal, perimenopausal, or if you have other hormone imbalances, is that often that weight can go around the middle and you can lose that waist and that shape. And the thing that causes that weight to go on around the middle is not usually to do with poor calorie control or not doing enough exercise. And often the problem is more to do with cortisol, your stress hormone. And that's not just because of stress. Other things can disrupt your cortisol, which can be things like your blood sugars, your gut bacteria, it can be things like sleep, it can be eating the wrong things, not getting enough of certain things, too much caffeine. So various things can disrupt that cortisol, which can contribute to more stubborn weight around the middle. And that's more likely to happen when you have hormone imbalances or if you're going through perimenopause and menopause. So that was the second learning. The third thing is that your gut bacteria is key to your metabolism. Yet again, reducing your calories, doing more exercise isn't going to make a real difference to your gut bacteria. And what we know is that there are certain species of bacteria that can make you more prone to gaining weight, that can impact your metabolism, your hormones, that can disrupt your blood sugars, increase your toxic load, reduce your energy, give you cravings. So if your gut bacteria isn't happy, if it's not balanced and optimal, then that is going to work against you and it's going to make it harder for you to lose weight and keep it off and feel good at the same time. So your gut bacteria is key to your success. The fourth finding is that hormones are impacted more by what we eat rather than how much of what we eat. When you have hormonal imbalances that are causing stubborn weight, or when you are perimenopausal, menopausal, for most women, the first thing that they do is they start cutting calories, reducing their portion size, doing more exercise, with a typical, diet approach. And the thing is, cutting those calories doesn't impact your hormones. It doesn't improve them in any way and can actually make it worse. So cutting down how much you eat is not going to help with those hormone imbalances. And instead, the stuff that does impact our hormones is a lot of the stuff that I've mentioned already: sleep, stress, gut bacteria, blood sugars, but also nutrients and lacking nutrients, which a lot of diet foods are lacking in nutrients because they're focused on being low calorie. But a lack of nutrients or deficiencies can really impact your hormones, because we need a certain amount of raw materials to be able to make our hormones, and we need a certain number and type of nutrients to help our liver to process our hormones and eliminate them. Some hormones need to be converted, and we need nutrients to do that as well. So it's what we eat and not how much we eat that determines how balanced our hormones will be. And as I say, there's other factors as well. Some of them are, unchangeable, like your menopause, but other factors are changeable. And by working on those things, we can make the transition, like menopause or perimenopause, much more tolerable and with less weight gain as well. So that's the fourth learning. And then the fifth learning is that toxins can disrupt your estrogens, and minimizing your exposure to these toxins and supporting your body in eliminating those toxins is really, really important. So when we are done with our hormones, we've made them, they've done their job, your liver has to detox them and get rid of them via the digestive tract. And sometimes imbalances can come from poor liver function, not necessarily an unhealthy liver, but one that is not working efficiently. And these toxins that we get from pollution and chemicals that we're exposed to all the time, these have to be detoxed from via your liver via the same pathways that we detox estrogens. So some of these toxins can disrupt your estrogens because they compete to be detoxed. And because of that, these toxins are known as obesogens, because when we have too many toxins in our system, one of the ways that your body can manage that is by upregulating fat storage, so that we can lock those toxins away in our fat cells. So sometimes if you're losing weight, but you're not losing it very quickly, or maybe if you lose weight and then you plateau, that could be because your toxic load is going too high. Because when we start losing fat and releasing those fats from their stores, all the toxins that have been stored away start getting released as well. So it's a protective mechanism that your body has. That's why it's important for us to be focusing not just on your food, but also on lifestyle as well, to help your body actually release those fat stores without that resistance because of the toxin buildup. So those were the 5 key areas that I went over in the challenge, and that's just a little insight into some of the things that we need to do to start addressing the kind of root cause of a sluggish metabolism and imbalanced hormones. So I hope you found this helpful. If it has been, make sure you give the video a like, and I'll see you really soon. Bye.